This is the championship game in the Big Ten Conference. A precious trophy with a long tradition to battle for here. But also a game that's been a launching pad into the college football playoff. Welcome, everyone, to Lucas Oil Stadium, home of the Colts here in Indianapolis, Indiana. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Kansas Jayhawks, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Minnesota Golden Gophers. Green Day Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. Right behind the quarterback line in a pistol. Goes in motion. Heading left after the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
They lose 3 in that play, so now it's 2nd down and 13. Important play coming up. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The Jayhawks hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now 4th down.
It's a good job by the defense here on this 3rd down, and now it's going to bring up a big 4th down play and a decision here for the head coach.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. A deep shot to the right. And the 4th down pass is incomplete, but there is a flag. This is a big call. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. Wideouts now clustered. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. That's caught. It's Bond.
Quarterback looks downfield and make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. 2nd down, looking to throw it. Running out of time in the pocket. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. He lets it go on the move. Oh, incomplete. He's barely lucky lucky that wasn't intercepted here on the opening possession. Like to have that one back. It's going to bring up fourth down. So they'll settle for a field goal attempt here. He missed it. Off target that time. With that miss, the score remains the same.
That's a missed opportunity for some points here. The way they were moving the football, I thought maybe a touchdown, at the very least 3 points, but instead, he shanks it.
Kansas offense is back out there now. Last time out there, they got stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost him anything. Let's see what the mindset is here. We give it to the big fullback here. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. Off-play action, he's looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Looking right, this one caught. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
How about this, Chris? When was the last time we can talk about this happening? A throw to a fullback to pick up the first down. The defense completely forgot about it.
A completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Takes the handoff. It's Johnson. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
This is a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And the Jayhawks are moving quickly down the field.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, getting this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
Grab behind the line, it's Hayes. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. The Jayhawks will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up.
Well, a lot of times you see teams go up-tempo when they've got momentum. It comes off to a big gain. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to old reliable, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage again.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Holstein. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Bites into the end zone. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
PAT makes it 7-0. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Kickoff fielded inside the 20. And they get into the ground at the 30. That's where the drive will start. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. No doubt the last drive was deflating. They had to settle for a field goal attempt, but missed it. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Players are down the right side. Oh, he makes the catch. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. And he drops back in the gun. Looking deep downfield to the left. Oh, what a grab!
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
The Golden Gophers looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll try to run it with the option. Oh, the ball comes loose. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. The 10. Touchdown, Kansas. The defense produces 6 points.
How about that for this defense? I don't know about you. I might move this guy over to the offensive side. This guy picks up this fumble and shows you not only speed, but what to do with the football. Takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Oh, and another incompletion.
How about the call here? They go with the screen on third down and short. You don't see that called very often. They're not able to even complete the pass, so no chance at a conversion. So we got fourth and short.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. They bring him down, but that could be a game-changing pick and return.
Well, cold weather always seems to make life more difficult in the passing game. You can see this quarterback really wants that one back. That's a tough break on this interception.
So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. They'll run it here. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance and a really nice gain.
Here's the second down play. Back's got it again. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. Looking to throw. It's Holstein. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kansas 21, Minnesota 0.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Defense is coming after him. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down. This should be the last play of the quarter coming up. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Pressure is coming. Extending the play now. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play. Well, Kansas has the lead here. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. And as we flip the field and begin quarter number 2, we'll see if they can continue to build this lead. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this third down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up about 3 yards there, but it's going to be 4th down.
How about that, Chris? They run the football here on 3rd down, almost pick up the first down. What it does, though, is it gives them a much better chance if they decide to go for this of picking up that first down.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. He's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Now, the quarterback's got to get the ball out of his hands. He had a lot of time back there in the pocket, looking over the field, desperately trying to find an open receiver. Nobody's open, but he still has got to take off or try to make a play. Instead, he's sacked, and it's a turnover on downs.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. The Jayhawks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again.
Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
Well, they don't hit this one, but I love the idea of the offensive coordinator continuing to try to find the hot hand as a receiver. They missed this one, but keep throwing him the football. He's a mismatch against his secondary.
Offense made in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Scanning the field. It's Holstein. Close to the tight end. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
Looking deep to the right side. Can't connect on the long throw. Incomplete. A 4th down stop.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He escapes the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. And he'll scoot out of bounds after a short gain. Not enough for the first down.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking for the wideout. What a catch! And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Using his legs, it's Smith. And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
And the Golden Gophers looking to cap the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Design quarterback run. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
The real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack he's dealing with.
He keeps it with a design run. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
Chris, that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Put after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. So after putting up a touchdown. The kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and will bring the football to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Kansas offense back on the field. The last time they went forward on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Again, makes it second and medium. Play fake, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Looking for his big tight end. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Back to pass. It's Holstein. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. They finally make the tackle, but the defense gashed by that big gainer.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
So the screen on first down is snuffed out nicely, and now they're behind the sticks here.
Yeah, the offense tried to fool this defense by going to screen on first down, but give the defense all the credit in the world. They're not fooled at all. Read that perfectly, able to chase that down for a loss.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. No, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's fourth down. Looking to chuck it again. Fires it to the wideout. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense has been set up for a first down and goal.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver's past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that first down.
And they trap him for a sack. And the Jayhawks come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Launching one to the end zone. The pass is batted away. They took a shot on the free play. The defense had jumped offside there. Second and goal for the offense. Someone on the line there moved a bit early. Offense gets a 5-yard penalty. So it looks like the penalty will be accepted by the head coach, and the offense will pick up some yardage there. Offense facing second and goal. Scanning the field. It's Holstein. Touchdown, Kansas. Still no answer for this offense. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down to the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. execution. They come up with 6.
And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So the first play of the drive coming up here. Under 3 minutes to play before half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on a screen. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
You can see what the offense is trying to do here with this screenplay, but they avoid disaster by at least getting a few positive yards. The defense doing a great job of anticipating the screen here.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Finds his man. It's Bond. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of the 1st down. The catch makes it a more manageable 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Makes a diving grab there. That was beautiful. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. 1st down, looking to throw the ball. Caught on the outside. It's Bond. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Short pass, finds the tight end. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw, testing the middle. He makes the grab. Tackle right after the catch, but they'll spot the ball down at the 15.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
He hands it off from the gun. Has a path to the end zone. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run. And now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. 1st and goal. A good chance to chip away at the lead before halftime. They'll try to run this one in. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Now that's what I'm talking about. This hasn't been a great 1st half, but putting up that touchdown like this, now they're going to be feeling good heading into that locker room and get themselves to believe that they can come back and win this game.
The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with a touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start with the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. Back to pass. It's Holstein. It's reeled in. It's Tease. Heads out of bounds after a solid game. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
Not the accuracy we expect from this senior quarterback. He threw it behind the receiver.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, he makes the catch. They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
And there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes the grab. It's Hayes. The offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. Take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
The completion makes it second down. Looking for a man. Throws it to the right. He's got it with room to run. Makes the catch at the 10-yard line. Offense threatening now.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. Coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
And it falls incomplete with just 6 seconds remaining to play. One more play before they head to the locker room. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Looking to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he'll be brought down as time runs out in the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Jayhawks will kick this away to get the second half going. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Swarm with the pass rush, a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying the lead.
So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. Going for a big play downfield. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Fires it to the wideout. Grab down the middle. It's Bond. He stopped short of the marker, so it's fourth down now. Check this out. Offense going for it inside their own 40. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Trying for a fourth down completion. Tries the right with a quick throw. Makes the grab. It's Bond. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going. They're Golden Gophers come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
They look to throw it here on second down. Looking to scramble. It's a deep shot to the right. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24.
What a gain here. Big play for this offense. The quarterback and receiver just seem to be in sync. Tough on that corner to try to make a play on that ball.
And the Golden Gophers looking to keep this drive rolling. Caught in the backfield. It's Smith. Stopped right there at the line. No gain.
Boy, great defensive linemen not only have the ability to get upfield to rush the quarterback, but that instinct to recognize a screen pass. Good job of sensing it and making a play.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
Well, Chris, as you know, anymore in college football, these tight ends are essentially wide receivers. They move them all over the place and try to find a good matchup. And they had one. They're just unable to complete the pass.
And he'll drop back here on third down. The pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. They let it fly on third down, but now it brings up fourth.
I don't mind this aggressive approach here by the offensive coordinator, taking a shot downfield on third down. Now you can either kick the field goal or still have a chance to go for it.
And he's got it. No problem.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Here comes the Jayhawks offense back on the field. This game has suddenly gotten more interesting, so this offense needs to be productive here. And the run moves the ball up to the 33.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run the option. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, if you're going to run this option play, you've got to be the one that's dictating the tempo. I feel like the defense right now is doing that. They did a nice job of getting to the quarterback. He didn't get many yards at all here.
Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's third down. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. It's caught. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down, you got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Tackle, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Dropping back, it's Holstein. On the move now. He's going to pull it down and run. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Takes the ball and heads to the left side. They stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
The Jayhawks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Now here's the toss play. It's a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. With the catch, it's Tees. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
The quarterback keeps it on the option. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight. Couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
Trying to keep this impressive drive going, but the loss makes it 2nd down and 14 here. Looking to throw. It's Holstein. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
Screen plays are risky because the defense can get to the quarterback, and it also can be covered. Many times, the quarterback just throws it away. Here, they get some positive yards.
Here we go, 3rd down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Well, Kirk, Kansas has the lead here. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game set before we move on. We're set now for the 4th quarter. Who is going to make the crucial plays to take home this W? A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking to the end zone. Oh, and it's picked off. A crushing mistake. Tackle made after a short return, but the pick ends that threat.
Chris, the defense does exactly what they needed to get back into this game. It's a 2-possession game. With this interception and a quick score, they're right back in it.
And the Minnesota offense takes the field. This is not the time to settle for field goals. They've got to find the end zone here. Backed up at the 1, he's going to throw it. The sure hands, it's Smith. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a 1-possession game.
Offense moving to a bunch formation. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, what a grab! He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
Hey, here's some positive yards. You'd love to see that. Now you've got a chance here to continue to attack this defense. They're trying not to give up the big plays, but down by a couple scores, you got to get a quick touchdown and hope to be able to get the ball back.
Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. The Golden Gophers hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He's bringing it back. The 30. Past the 20. Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple of scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
The Kansas offense is back out there now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. It's a toss to the left side. And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Jayhawks. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Minnesota, 17.
And he'll leave the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And out comes the offense set to take over here. First down, looking to throw the football. Finds that big tight end for a short pass.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
And the defense able to hold it there to a short gain.
Christina, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively. But I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's 4th down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. 4th down, looking to throw for it. The pass rush closing in. And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big 4th down stop.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
They'll try the option play here. Pitch play to the back. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
That's a good read. Got him a little bit closer to that first down and a nice chunk. Now, I bet before too long, you're going to see that quarterback pull it, try to get a chunk of yards himself as well.
To the air, it's Holstein. Bringing pressure. And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So here comes 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Tease. And they convert on 3rd. Football at the 20 now. First down in the red zone. And the Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, this offense has had a great day today. The game is out of reach. I'd be curious to know why the starting quarterback's even still in the game and why is he throwing the football?
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Lets it go quickly. What a catch! They stop him quickly, but not before a gain down to the 6. It's 1st and goal.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Touchdown, Kansas. They are pouring it on now.
You talk about being in the zone. This guy continues to make big plays. That's another touchdown pass for the quarterback.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away.
Kansas, 42. Minnesota, 17.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. Time running out in this conference championship game. This is a desperation drive right here. Got to score.
They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Toss play. Back heads to his right. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, what in the heck was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. But that right there, man, that's what they've been looking for all game.
There's the handoff. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. And he goes nowhere. Stop cold behind the line of scrimmage. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Contact as he threw it. Wow, a third pick tonight by the QB. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. With the clock running down, they're just one kneel down away from the victory. It's always a special year when after all